I truly believe that transparency is key to being a creator these days, and you know, as we grow, and more transparency is demanded, I will always show up. You know, I have nothing to hide. Holy. We will take 3. How you doing? All right, we have a pretty great draw. Dinner plans, let's go. I think this trade is worth it. All right, so we got this game in a pretty strong position. I think we can start attacking for a bunch. This allows us to present lethal next turn. They have a pretty large board. Alright, we'll just attack. We drew Wandering Emperor, which allows us to just plus here, get that positive trade, and pass the turn back. Alright, so we are super far ahead here, sitting at 21, and we're just looking to wrap this up. I'm down to plus here and just attack for 6. And then just go ahead and play the rest of our hand. That's fine. Okay, so we're at 24. Our board is super wide, but this is best of 3, so we still have to play a game 2 and 3, but I can't really think of a way for them to get out of this position. They can't really attack. The Wandering Emperor has them kind of locked out. And plus will attack for 7. Because of the Intrepid Adversary, I could not profitably attack for lethal. So I just felt like just don't put myself in danger and let's just keep going. Post board, we're gonna have access to portable holes, circle of confinement. Makes everything a lot easier. I'm definitely down for this Welcoming Vampire as well. I like Redain a lot. I can also consider cards like Valorous Stance, which I think are fine. I actually don't like Ren in this matchup, and I also don't like the Starheim Unleashed. Don't like those at all. I do like the Yasharns. I am a big fan of Yasharn. Big fan of all of these. Big fan of all of these. But I think I get rid of the Yasharn because it doesn't have that much application in this matchup. And since I'm lowering my curve, I think I can also go down on 2 lands. Because we are playing 21, 24, 26 lands. Yeah. I definitely cut 2 lands. I think that's definitely correct. I think every card is good in this matchup. Portable Hole makes me unreasonably angry. I think you're an unreasonable person. You should I don't know what I'm trying to say. You should look more into that, I think. But this is not my deck. We are playing Batutana's deck from the standard top 8 of the standard challenge this past weekend. The goal is to rank every top tier interesting deck in standard on a tier list of best of 1 and a tier list for best of 3. That is the goal. I do think that this deck is playing way too many lands for the low amount of things it's playing. I was thinking about the Tangled Florahedron. If I draw one more land, then I'm gonna wish it was a creature, so alright, I was just thinking about what I should play. I think I go with the Tangled Florahedron. It ramps me and protects me against like cards like Elite Spellbinder Mage. Alright, so they hit the Redain. Interesting, interesting. I think I'm gonna go with these two. Go ahead and hit the Elite Spellbinder. which is going to be problematic. Alright, they bring this back, and we've ramped ourselves, so we're in a decent position. Yeah, I think I will go with the Skyclave now. I'll get in for 1. We're at a healthy life total. We can block stuff. Legion Angel. This is a card that we should be playing. We should definitely be playing Legion Angel. We have a lot of nonsense in our deck. I'm gonna go for an interesting play here. I think this is the move. I'm surprised they would block knowing what I have in hand. And the reason why I did this is because if they don't block, right, which is what I think that they're supposed to do, because they are the aggressor in the matchup, I get to play the wedding announcement and draw a card instead, right? But they blocked, which is, in my opinion, is super weird. I'm gonna play Chariot first, and then I will attack with both of these. And that's if they decide to trade with the Innkeeper, which I don't think is too absurd. Yeah, I think that block that our opponent did last turn was so bad. Because they should be thinking like, if I can start attacking with this initiate and this, then all of a sudden I'm in such a great position. I think this attack is just absolutely fabulous. And we get to draw 2 cards here. And that should be game. Healthy life total. The tempo advantage that our opponent could have is just gone. And that is our first best of 3 victory. I think that if we got paired against mono white and runes, that we're actually in a really great position. Have I rage quit Elden Ring? No, I'm in the final stage. I'm about to beat the game. If I have time today, I'll beat the game today, depending on how long like the last couple of bosses take me. You think I was an ordinary gamer, Fleckmeister? I'm a fucking god gamer, alright? I'm a fucking god gamer, alright? Don't you ever doubt me ever again. Alright? You don't think I can beat Elden Ring? I fucking love Elden Ring, alright? I'm a challenger TFT player. I'm a god Magic player and I can beat Elden Ring in my sleep. I have never really tried in League. Are your challenger in TFT? Don't ever say that game is easy. Hitting challenger in TFT is hard as fuck. It's way harder than Elden Ring. Yeah. Alistair. You're a waste of time. Also, your mom is a waste of time. That's why I left her last night. Alright. I could have played Innkeeper, but I don't think I'm gonna end up taking 3 to play a 4 drop. So I'm cool with just chilling. Damn, that's a hand right there. That's a hand right there. I could have shocked to play the Innkeeper. I don't think it was worth it. Damn, our opponent's hand is really good. Good thing this is best of 3. I don't think we're gonna have any problems. For each creature you attacked with this turn, it costs 1 less. Alright. Sure. Wow. Okay, at least they can't play the card. Alright. I think we take it all. It's quite a bit, but I think it's worth. Why didn't they equip beforehand? This card has Ward 2. Alright, I think I'm just going to play this. And I think I'm just going to play the Yasharn. Go to 11. Make sure I have my land set up for the upcoming turns. And not play the obvious Wandering Emperor. Yeah, it's really not close. I mean, hitting number 1 at the end of an arena season. Oh my god, our opponent is a god drawer. Holy motherfucking shit. I will take the 5. Alright, we just have to pass here. Oh my god, God draws. What the fuck? My god. Alright, I think this is the move. Alright, so I end up taking 3. Untap. Go ahead and get rid of that. Alright, we're gonna pass here. We're kinda sorta scared. What does this do? Oh my god. All right. I'm in a scarier position than I thought I would be in. So 2, 3, 4, 2. So 1, 2, 3. I can make 3 angels this way. I'm gonna plus so I could potentially minus next turn to make sure I don't die. Oh my god, man. Holy shit. Please. Brick. They accidentally played the land. That's fine. So that thing has haste and vigilance. That's totally fine. Alright, so we take care of that. And now we have lethal, not next turn, but the turn after. Okay, so we need to dodge for one turn, and we're good to go. Alright. We got lethal. We got lethal next turn. Are you serious? Wow. They top decked every second of. Oh my god. Do you think I think I made a mistake. I know what my mistake was. I should have played the chariot, crewed the chariot, and then minus you on my own creature using the Wandering Emperor. That's what I was supposed to do. That's a misplay on my part. God damn it. I didn't believe in my opponent drawing like that. It is what it is. That was a misplay on my part. Yeah, for sure. I could have beaten the shit out of that. Fuck. What a fucking top deck god. Alright, let's run it. So we're going into like a small board. Small. No, I can crew. I could have crewed. I could have gained the 2 life. I literally plussed the turn before for that reason. Because it didn't change the clock. And I was like, I should be able to minus. But all of their creatures and all of my creatures had vigilance. But I had the answer, which was crew to tap. That's all I needed to do. Crew to tap. I just was like, let me just play the odds, right? They've already drawn 2 commies. They need to draw the 3rd commie. What are the chances that they're even playing a 3rd commie? Of course they are. It is what it is. We'll keep. I spent a lot of effort keeping my Wandering Emperor alive to potentially gain the life, and that like led to that scenario as well. Damn it. All we really need is a third lane. I think that this deck should be playing 4 Archons in a main, honestly. If this deck is able to slow down the other person's deck, it is the best thing for it, you know? Alright, we need to draw 1 land. We still have 26 lands in our deck, and that is the reason why it's like worth keeping. It's worth boarding out 2 lands when you're boarding out so much of your expensive stuff. Like, we have 0/5s in our deck right now. 0/5s and above, you know, that need to be cast. So, god damn. Alright, give me that land. I got a shock. I think this is unfortunate, but I think that like getting a chariot down is just really good. I don't understand this attack. Am I missing something? I think I'm gonna play Redain on the backside over the Wandering Emperor here. Archon and Redain would serve as the same thing, so I'm cool with this. We end up taking 1 if they want to attack. Alright, play this. Crew. Alright, we can attack. Copy, gain. Alright, this game is over. On to the next game. Alright, I mean, this is just too much dominance. Alright, we can pass. So we have so we have 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, they're dead. They had to block the lair or the chariot to survive. Okay. I like the way we boarded last game. We could potentially bring in something like another Valor stance, but I don't want to. We have 8 removal spells between turn 1 and 2, so I'm happy with this. What up, Pedro? What up, what up? If you are not following the channel, click that follow button. It's absolutely free to do and it helps me out tremendously. So click that follow button. We're almost to 15,500 followers. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. You would never follow. Why? Why would you unfollow, Mars? Alright, let's fucking get it. Ba, 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 ba. Nah, I said follow if you're not following. Gosh darn it. Oh, mulligan. I think I gotta keep. We're on the draw. If I'm able to draw 1 land, this is actually worse than our 7, but I think this is better than pretty much any 5 if we draw, especially if we draw 1 land, right? If we draw 1 of any colored land, we're just golden. And there it is. Like, I feel confident that it's better than any 5. Let's go. Boom. I mean, we still have 26 in the deck, so I still feel confident in drawing it. Or is it 24? I think we're 24. I think I'm gonna play the Archon. I think it'll make their life miserable. Yep, that's fine. Getting the Archon out of Kami range last turn, just what we needed to do, you know? I could play Circle of Confinement, but I think if I get the wedding announcement going, I think that puts me in a really great spot, right? 2 turns from now, it'll flip. It's also growing our board. It kind of feels like it's doing some massive work. They tapped pretty well. Damn. Destroyed. All right.
All you think about day and night is dope. How much you've got, where to get more, what you'll do if you can't get it.
Our opponent is certainly in a rough position. I'll take the 2. I don't think it's a big deal. I think if my Archon got Sacred whatevered, that would be a lot worse for me. Alright, I will play the Confinement. I shall attack like this, because my clock is very quick. Oh, that's what you had. Okay, I feel you. It's all good. We got stuff. I could have played around that. Damn it. This gives them a chance to come back with Showdown. Hopefully they don't have another white source. If I can, oh my god. Alright, sure. Alright, I gotta take that, untap. We're in kind of a position. That's a great draw. I'll go ahead and attack for 6. Play the Chariot. And we gain a lot of life. A lot of life. Okay. And at the same time, we're presenting lethal next turn. What does this card do? I still don't know what this does. You can channel it, otherwise it doesn't really do shit. I think I block. I think they're trying to channel, but you can't channel when it's exiled. Oh, they have another one in their hand. Okay. I see. Interesting. I have lethal here, so boom. Let's go. I think the misplay on my part was I should have just attacked with the 2/1/1s and played around the deal 4 card. And if I had done that, that would have I would have not left myself open. I do like how this deck sideboards. I am boarding out a lot of lands, and I think that with such a low curve that we are definitely playing way too many lands. Alright, I think I'm going to play the Florahedron, and then next turn I'll play the Innkeeper. Like, I could have played the Aspirant this turn, but that means my Lair will come in untapped, tapped, and I don't think that's worth it. I could just play the Chariot next turn, and that's probably the way to do it. Hall of Oracles. Alright. I think our opponent is Toasterino. Alright, we'll go ahead and play this. Gain some life. Attack for 1. And pass the turn. I mean, Chariot on 3 is still one of the best things you could be doing in Standard. That is for sure. Not the worst draw. I need to find another land. So even though that even though they could blow up the chariot here, I think it's worth trying to draw that additional card. And I think we're going to be able to. Alright, so we get in for a little 5-piece. We'll go ahead and play this. There's a very large chance that our opponent is able to like Meat Hook Massacre or something of the sort next turn, putting us in a position to lose majority of our field that way. New music. Yeah, Twitch was having some problems with their app, and it was messing with my VODs and stuff, so alright, easy game one. I don't know what the heck our opponent is doing. Their colors seem to be all over the place. I'm not gonna make any changes. I'm just gonna jump back in. I have no idea what our opponent's doing, but let's see what we can do. I forgot I was holding that protein bar. A nice clean hand. Opponent's at 68%. That's an achievement. I'll play this. I think I'm going to commit to playing the Tangled Florahedron next turn. Giving me the most opportunity to play Chariot next turn. Alright. We'll go ahead and play a wedding announcement. Still have no idea what they put off to the side. Probably a board wipe. Destroy enchantment, sure. No land drop. I'm gonna put my counters here and get in for 3. I still have no clue what's going on from our opponent's side. They have not really played anything. I didn't even notice that there was a patch today. Maybe the alchemy cards? Who knows? Pedro, do you think a list with Kiki, Saga, Magda, Jasper, Chariot, and Ren can work in standard? I think it's not as good. The thing is, the Kiki Saga, right? Like, it really wasn't seeing very much play, right? I really put it on the map, and then it really exploded during the Pro Tour, which is not surprising because I was saying, you know, I think that Kiki Saga is better than even Wedding Announcement. Like card filtration, a good end game, replaces itself as soon as you play it. All those things are huge pros, but not only that, it's going to make a lot of shells that are dog shit look good, right? And I think Jasper Sentinel and Magda are part of like the bad shells, right? And that's mainly because I think that a card like Meat Hook punishes shells like that so hard. Not even Meat Hook, Shambling Gas and Deadly Dispute, or Shambling Gas and Oblivion really destroys that. So I think that you're just making a good shell worse by doing that. So anything is possible. You can play bad, you can play a worse deck. But yeah, it's just identifying what's good and bad. I think I forgot to play a land. It's all good. Our opponent's not even here. They're donezo. Alright. And we continue to win in best of 3. No, because they have a card foretold, Tactical Banana. So you have to make an assumption on what you think is foretold. And the assumption I'm going to make every time is it's a board wipe based on what they saw in game 1. And so if you think about it like that, investing in your man land for -1 damage is actually very smart. Yeah, the counter stays next time you animate. Yep. We do everything for a reason. For a reason. Alright, we're in a pretty decent situation. Our opponent hasn't added to the board. We can play the majority of our cards in our hand. We're fine with drawing a land. Our opponent, it looks like, is playing a red-white somethings. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and play this. Put a counter here, pass the turn. I could have played Innkeeper, but I feel like I'm not taking advantage of all my mana, and I think that like I can just wait to draw a land before playing anything else. Okay. Okay, so they're going for like attacking in the air and trying to kill us that way. That's a really solid draw. I would say it's a really solid draw. And we'll go ahead and attack with both because we really want to draw a card. We'll go ahead and play Yasharn. And draw a card and pass. So I haven't played Magic in a while now and have most, if not all, the top tier decks to play. I play as often as I can, but I never seem to get past gold or platinum. My question is, what advice do you have to get to the next level. I feel like I play well, just starting to lose a lot in a row once I get to a certain point. Well, I can't really tell like where you're making your mistakes based on this little interaction, right? But what I can say is I think there are multiple factors that could be the reason why you're losing, right? Oftentimes in Magic, players feel like, oh, I'm the most unlucky person in the world, right? That's like a very common like form of thinking. And I would say majority of the time people are wrong about that. So what I want to say is I think the best thing I could tell you is what? I think the best thing I can tell you is if you have access to somebody's untapped profile like mine or another good player's profile, go look at a deck that they have a reasonable sample size of and play the exact 75 for the exact amount of matches, like 100 matches or 50 matches or something, a large enough sample size, and compare your win rate with that person's win rate. And that will basically give you an idea of, if your win rate is lower, of how much of it is on you, as opposed like on like the decisions you're making in game, as opposed to like your deck selection or luck or stuff. So it like, you want to figure out what the problem is first, right? That is like step number one, right? And so yeah, I mean, most people feel like that the like my decision making can't possibly be wrong, you know? Like most people do feel that way. It is a very common feeling, I would say. Alright, let's see what our opponent does. That will help us make our decision for the upcoming turns. So I can get in for 7 here. My Wandering Emperor is gonna cost 1 less. I've already played land for turn, if I'm not mistaken. So let's say I 3, 6, 7, 8. So I have access to 8 mana here. I think I was supposed to leave back 1 blocker. Yeah, I needed to leave back one blocker. If I was able to leave back one blocker, I was perfect. Everything was perfect. Yeah, I just wasn't paying attention. Damn it.
My religion is rap. R.A.P. My religion is rap. R.A.P. My religion is rap. R.A.P. R.E.A.L.I.T.Y. Oh my God. Oh my God.
So I could go up to 8 here, which is not enough. Like I could play this minus, it's not enough. Alright, let's think about that game, see what we can learn from it. They killed me with flyers. That was a huge thing. They're playing Naya, so I'm assuming that they're gonna have cards like Showdown. Portable Hole is gonna be live no matter what. I should have Welcoming Vampire. I could have Archon, and I definitely should have Valor Stances in. I can get rid of Ren. Get rid of the Yasharn. Get rid of the Starheim. The Redain didn't seem that great either, but I do think that the Archon is better. I think 4 Valor Stance is way too many. I can go down on 2 lands. I want to make room for an Archon. It's really hard to do so. I think I can go down on a portable. Okay. So basically, like I'm trying to balance my removal with the amount of card advantage we have while lowering our curve. That's not true. I was threatening lethal with I should have left 1 back. And it should have been the 2/2 thing that gains me a life when a creature enters the battlefield. It should have been that. The triple elite spellbinder is the only card that like really created that scenario. Alright, this is a good hand, but we need to draw a land. We got an early removal spell. We need 1 land to play the rest of the game. So if we're able to draw a land here, then Wedding Announcement and Skyclave can help close the gap, and we'll end up having a ton of extra time. I think I just have to play the Wedding Announcement here and just get this train started. Because like setting up, being able to draw 2 cards sooner, drawing an additional card sooner could be the difference in a lot of different ways. I think I should trade here, take the 2, untap. I'll play the Skyclave here. Adeline is a big problem. so I don't see it going away, and it doesn't tap, so the Wandering Emperor just doesn't line up well against it. We found all the lands we're going to need for the rest of the game, so we're good on lands. And we have plenty of gas with the Wandering Emperor. Yep. And we can start attacking with 2 creatures as soon as next turn if we want to. I mean, I think that's actually just a better play. I can tag the flyer, play another Luminarch Aspirant, go ahead and put a counter there, go ahead and attack for 4, try to get this extra card. And it's a land which we're happy with because we have a Wandering Emperor that we're working towards now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our clock is very, very, very quick. So we just need a little bit of time. They're attacking. That's kind of wild to me that they're attacking when we're such a strong aggressive force, you know? Alright, I'm just gonna attack like this. Figured this was gonna be the case. I'm just gonna pass here. I could play the Wandering Emperor and get the job done, but I think that the potential of Wandering Emperor just allowing me to go wider is, I think, better for me here. Alright, I think I'm gonna play this. Valor stance that, sure. I think I'm gonna block and plus, and that ends up being better because this Wandering Emperor can do so much more. Okay, that's a fine draw. Alright, I will go attack. I'll pass a turn. And we're presenting lethal next turn, as soon as next turn, so. Alright, we'll go ahead and get rid of that. Untap. And we drew a land. Alright, we'll go ahead and attack. Alright, we'll pass. Alright, we'll go ahead and play this. We'll go ahead and minus, untap. On to the next game. I like the way we boarded. I think I'm gonna cut the Archons for another portable hole and another Valorous stance, and let's run it. I think I just need to hit them harder. How's the best of 3 version so far? We haven't lost yet, so I think it's a much better best of 3 deck. I also think that there's a lot of matchups where you can get outvalued, and post board gives you the ability to deal with them a lot more, right? Like, I think that green white has historically been a great deck with good sideboard options. All right, this is a solid hand. We have access to Emperor quite early. Alright, I'm gonna hold on to the Mirror's Call for a minute. They didn't play a 1-drop, so I don't feel like I'm in as much of a rush to play it. We also drew the forest, so I can play the Wandering Emperor next turn without shocking. Dahlia, sure. We'll go ahead and play a Wedding Announcement, get this train started. Dahlia is annoying, but I mean, we're basically fogging it at this point anyways. Skyclave Apparition, makes sense. We shall lose that. We'll go down to 19, and we will repeat last turn's play. We'll go ahead and play this. Gain some life. I could triple block if I wanted to try to deal with that, but there's too many cards that are blowouts that I don't want to walk into. I think it's worth playing this and trying to plus. Because if they have the removal spell or whatever that they're claiming that they do, then they're forced to use it there, and we have a backup, so it ends up being quite nice. Okay, that's not good for me. So I lose quite a bit here. Go ahead and get rid of the Dahlia, and we will also just go ahead and get rid of the Skyclave Apparition. Go to 18. We have a 3/3. No need to attack. Make our board even bigger. Another Skyclave comes down. Don't know what they're gonna hit. Okay, that's fine. I could care less about that. Alright, I'm gonna play this and then I'll play the lair and pass. I could have got it in for an additional point, but I don't think that point is worth that much as opposed to like 2 life next turn. I think I'm gonna chump block. I'm just like thinking about all the stuff that they could have. If they can deal with Wedding Festivity, which is not like absurd to have an answer with, it puts me in a really, really bad position. So I don't want to be in that bad position. Alright. This basically lets me just swing it. Alright, I can just attack for 4 and we're good to go. Alright, yep, that would have been a really big blowout last turn. I'm glad that we are fine. I mean, our life total is absolutely fantastic right now. I will get in for 10 in the air, presenting easy lethal next turn. And we can also play this wedding announcement, which we can draw off of right away. Yo, bullet time. Thank you so much for the prime. Thank you, thank you. All right, we're at 21 and we're great to go. I don't know why they did this. It didn't make any sense. This was just terrible for them. It literally makes no sense. I will chump this. I will block this like that. All right. I will untap. Another solid draw. All right, we're just gonna move to combat, animate, so we can try to present lethal in the air. This isn't gonna work because Halana has reach, but it's close enough. Like, this is just the safe way to do this turn, I think. And it forces them to chump or like deal with one of these in a way. Okay, so they're gonna be able to use Halana to eat that one, but they still take 9 and go to 3, and that's cool with me. We're at a super healthy life total. We're gonna draw another card, and bam, we got lethal in the air, we got lethal everywhere. All right, easy game, easy game. The deck is feeling a lot better in best of 3 than in best of 1. And it makes sense. We've been winning more post board games as well, because post board we can put in a lot of work. Nice. We're gonna be playing against Brad Nelson for the 5-0. So let's get it. They're playing a blue deck. God damn it. That's the only thing we don't want to play against is a blue deck. So this is not good. It might be Hinata. There's a lot of good choices our opponent has, but I think I still slam Chariot here. If they could have Disruption and it eats me alive, but if they don't, my clock is really quick, right? So I'm happy about that. All right, we'll pass.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Brad and I have played in paper before. We've only played one time. And I did take it in real life. It was like GP Houston 2017, I believe, is the last time we played.
Yep.
All right, we'll go ahead and crew up, swing. All right, we stole game 1, which is going to be, I think, the hardest game.
Yep.
I don't know if they're playing Hinata or if they are playing Goldspan combo. Both of them play Goldspan, especially in standard because it's not nerfed. So I definitely should be bringing in Valor Stance. We're definitely going to bring in this Ren. I'm interested in the Archon and the Welcoming Vampire. I'm potentially interested in Yasharn as well. I definitely want to get rid of Portable Hole. And I think get rid of Skyclaves as well. Like, it can hit one of them. Like, it can hit Hinata. But it's such a bad card in the matchup, because that's like pretty much the only thing that it hits. Innkeeper is not that great. I am interested in cutting some Innkeepers for these other 2 Yasharns. I think I go like this for these 2. Play it like this. It's kind of a heavy thing. You don't cut Emperors. What are you on? You definitely do not cut Emperors. You know how good Emperor? I think this is how I want it. Let's run it. We're gonna keep this. We need to draw another land though, but that's not a lot to ask for. We didn't cut any lands in the matchup, and we're on the draw. But we have Luminarch Aspirant and a Valor Stance, which are absolutely amazing cards. In a spot like this, we like on the draw, we're gonna keep it every time, right? We got 26 plus lands, and so we don't really need much to keep going, right? All we're looking for is a third land, and we're Gucci, right? Third land and we're Gucci. They're playing the combo version. All right, that's not good for me. I'm in a really bad position here. We just bricked on lands. 26 lands. We're like over 40% to hit. This number here is wrong because of it's not counting our spell lands. And so here we are. Yeah. It's just gold span dragon, target gold span dragon a whole bunch with a bunch of spells. Alright, we drew the land, thank God. I don't play the Redain. I was trying to think about what I wanted to play here. Okay. They added Dragon Fires, which we were playing yesterday. We didn't. CFT Sock didn't have it in his deck. Thank God we drew the third land. I think all we're just missing now is the fourth land, right? If we can slam this Yasharn, it's a great card against a lot of their deck. Takes a lot of the danger away. This is not good for us though. I think I'm going to just go with the play that all these missed land drops don't really get to play here. I'd be surprised if we got to untap here.
Good job, so
So I got the Wandering Emperor for next turn. Yeah. I think I'm gonna aim for Lier here. I'm kind of overloaded on spells in hand. I can't really stop them. The situation is bad. So I take 4 here, go down to 12. I think playing the Yasharn and the Ren in 7 don't do anything here. So I think that's kind of the last play I want to make, I think. And I don't think I can wait until next turn to do anything. I think I have to do something here. So it's either the Starheim Unleash, which doesn't really do anything because of the stuff we know that's in their yard. I think my best bet is to play the Wandering Emperor and hope that it resolves. And yeah, the Disdainful Stroke locks it up. We'll go to the next game. I mean, we did what we could with our draws, but they were really bad, and that is just gonna happen from time to time. All right, let's run it back. I like the way we boarded. I like the hand that we kept. Let's just draw a little bit better. Yeah, if I played the Yasharn, the problem was they had the Lier bounce spell or Lier deal 4 damage to it already, so there was no shot that was gonna work. It's just we gave them way too much time because of all the missed land drops. You know, missing 3 land drops in a row is just not gonna work. Come on, let me play. All right, cool. I think I gotta let that go. Yep, keep, go. All right, I just hope that we're able to play a proper match here. It looks like we are going to be able to play properly here. And we have a turn 3 Chariot, which is beautiful. Boom, pass. And we're basically putting them in a pretty risky situation. If I had to guess, they're probably thinking about Prismari Command here. Interesting that they decided to go for it here. And that's fine. I think I just take this opportunity to play the Wandering Emperor plus and get in for 4. Right, like if my plan is gonna be to play it on their end step anyways. Alright, I'm gonna get in for 4. I have a plethora of choices, and so the thing is, if they have the dragon card, then they would have already gotten rid of the Wandering Emperor, I think. Right, so I think that they're gonna go for a draw 2 here. So if they go for a draw 2 and make 2 treasures, what ends up being the better move? And I think playing the Archon makes a lot of sense to me. Playing the Archon makes a ton of sense to me. Like, this prevents them in doing so much next turn. Yep. Alright. And I'm not going to play the land because if I draw an additional land, it could be really good. The cost is I have 2 Wrens and it could cost me there. But not much more than that. It is kind of costly there though. But at the same time, that's a really good draw. And I am happy about that. I'm gonna go ahead and plus, and I will happily swing with the team. I just really want to take it out of the range of being able to get one shot either by the land, right? Or like deal 4 and the land. So I'm putting them in a like interesting position, I would say. And alright, so they played their 1 spell for this turn. I should play a spell. And I think I'm going to play the Florahedron as a creature because they are at 4. And with the cat, it lets me still present lethal, which I think is important. Okay, the Otawara catches me off guard. I couldn't really play around that. They took the damage, so that's what I could have done in that scenario. Galvanic iteration, sure. We're still presenting lethal, so the ball is in their court. They have to answer our board, and that's a lot to answer. What you got, Brad? What you got? What you got, Brad? What you got, Brad? All right, I'm gonna plus on the cat. Got him. Undefeated against Brad and paper. Undefeated against them online. Let's go. Get on my level. All right. All right. So we 5-0'd. We 5-0'd with green, white. Not my deck. Basically what we're doing is we're testing a bunch of the decks in standard, some of the best performing decks. This deck is from a legendary moto grinder by the name of Batutenha, and they top 8'd the challenge this past weekend, lost in the first round. And I decided that we're gonna do a best of 1 test of 5 matches and give a rating, and then a best of 3 match, best of 3 rating as well. And so we started doing this yesterday, and the goal is to have a tier list for best of 1 standard and a tier list for best of 3 standard. That is the goal. All right. And so far, the ratings that we have established is Naya Runes in best of 1 is an 8.7. And in best of 3 is a 7.8. Jeskai combo is a 9.2, and in best of 3 is a 7.2, right? And so now we're gonna talk about green white mid-range in terms of best of 3. We gave it a 7.5 in best of 1. We went 3-2. But I really felt like other decks that play sagas, for example, Crokis' deck is gonna line up really well against you. And when you can't adjust, you're going to be in a really tough situation. For example, if I played against the Jeskai deck in best of 1, I'm toast. But in best of 3, all my game is in my sideboard, right? The Archons are in the side. The rest of the Valor stances are in the side. So you have to make a decision on what decks you're going to have a good matchup against and what decks you're going to be completely obliterated against. And that's just how green-white mid-range is kind of really set up, because the way it attacks the format is in a much more linear fashion, right? Like, without having like discard and counter spells, you don't interact with blue combo deck style decks very favorably. And so our biggest way to win is to have a very aggressive draw. So for example, against Brad, our draw was super aggressive in game 1 and 3. We didn't really get to play in game 2, but if our draw isn't aggressive, then game 2 is what it's more so gonna look like majority of the time. And so I think that green white mid-range is a lot better in best of 3 than best of 1. And so with that being said, I'm gonna give this deck at least an 8, but I don't know exactly where it stands. I think that it's an 8.4. I think it's an 8.4. We 5-0'd, but I want you to know that just because I 5-0 with the deck doesn't mean it's the best deck, right? I want you to know that sample size is small, right? That sample size is actually genuinely small. But I play so many matches, I have a good understanding of how the format is shaped and what the meta is post Pro Tour, right? So just because I 5-0 doesn't mean it automatically gets a 9. I think that this deck is decent, but I feel like it's like not fully taking advantage of all the cards in the format in the forms of like good sagas, right? Like this is green-white is a deck that I've worked on a ton, right? Building the landfall version that was dominant a couple seasons ago, and I revisited it here, but Goldspan Dragon was so dominant at the beginning of the format that I could not like beat them, and they kind of fell off after the Pro Tour, and now they're making a resurgence. So green-white, I think it's well positioned right now, and it's only going to get worse when Goldspan Dragon combo decks are going to come back, right? And so with that being said, I think the future is meek, but right now is strong. So I'm going to give it an 8.4. I just talked about the weakness. Combo decks, blue combo decks. Holy moly. Did I say 8.5 or 8.4? I think I said 8.5. No, I said 8.4, right? Okay. Yeah, that was Brad Nelson. Took him down. Let's go. All right. So the reason why I'm not displaying records here is the matches are just an indicator of like me playing through the games to get a better understanding of the play patterns and sideboard availabilities. That's it. That's absolutely it, right? Right? And for you to get a better understanding of what I'm thinking about, how I'm playing it, if I'm playing it correctly, right? Because if you guys see that I'm not even playing the deck correctly, how could I even assess it against the format? Because I haven't reached the full potential of the deck, right? So even though you're like seeing me play these lists for the first time ever on stream, I want to make sure that like together we can assess, all right, Zan's play was a 70 here, so maybe he should give the deck a little bit of boost, right? Those are assumptions that you can make on your own, or you could let me know, Zan, I don't think you played that well here, so I don't think the deck here is to blame. It's you.